indeed an honor and a privilege to be here today. And just as indicated, I want to thank my good friend, Al Badeo, for inviting me, for working with me, for I know that we are in a rough time in the economy of our country. And I will have to tell you that for the first few years I was in office, Albert was my landlord. But he was a good landlord. And he did not put me out. He treated me fairly. And I'm ever so thankful for him and his friendship and his leadership. Because his leadership indicates a change for the better that our country is headed in. It is the same change that President Barack Obama has been talking about when he was elected. He understands, President Obama, that America has to have a new image than it has had over the last 8 years. And it has to have new people that's involved in its change. And I'm telling you that Albert is one of those new people that's involved in the change that President Obama has been talking about. For sure, we live in a difficult time. We live in a time where the economy is bad. We live in a time where there are contentions within the United States. But I'm here to tell you that I know from working with my friend who is the President of the United States of America, that America is headed into a different direction, a better direction, a direction that America once was known for. And one of those areas that I think that you will see begin to evolve into a significant incentive by President Obama, and something that I very much support, is when we start dealing with immigrations and the rights of those who immigrate to America, we have to understand that it is immigration is what made America great, and it is immigration which will keep America great. And one of the things that I want to make sure that happens in my office, that those of you who have issues, those of you who want to ask questions, those of you who may need help in the immigrant community, please feel free to come to the office. Our doors are open for that specific purpose, to make sure that we make government work for you, to make sure that we reunite families, to make sure that you receive the kind of care that this country is known to bring. Because I believe that the greatness of our country is indeed our diversity. In that, we know that what people long for, and which I talk about oftentimes, is empowerment of people. I oftentimes call it the 3 E's. For me, the 3 E's stands for education. We know that we can't do anything without education. And we've got to make sure that our schools are educating our young people so that they can participate and strive and succeed in the global economy of which we currently find ourselves in. And we know that that is the answer to a better future for our young people. And what we have to work collectively together is to make sure that our schools are educating our young people so that their tomorrow is better than our today and yesterday. And with that education comes economics, which means that we've got to make sure that our businesses strive, are open, they are employing people. They are doing the kinds of things that makes a community a real community. And so for me, education and economics, so education plus economics equals empowerment. And that's what we have to make sure is happening in all of our communities, that we're doing that. Now, Let me just talk briefly, because I know this is a Sunday of worship, and I don't want to overstay my welcome. But I must talk briefly about what is taking place in Washington, D.C. as we speak. Just a few days ago, the president passed a stimulus package. And then he's come back and he's also has put out a proposal to stop some of the, or mitigate some of the mortgage foreclosure crises. And you'll hear the rollout of the rest of it next week. What is the president trying to do, and why is it important? Well, the first thing you know that we did in Washington, we gave a lot of money, $350 billion to Wall Street, to try to maintain the banks so that the financial system would not fail. But we did not do as much for Main Street and Back Street. So with this new president, he wants to show that yes, he's concerned about Wall Street, but he's also concerned about Main Street. And that he wants to give a hand up also to the average, everyday person in America. And so he understands that there's many people that are in danger of losing their home. And he wants to make sure that we keep as many of them in their home as possible. And the best way to do that is to make sure that people are working. So the first package that he passed was the stimulus project, which was and which should create additional jobs in America. In fact, we look at the 6th congressional district specifically. Based upon the stimulus package, it should create over 7,500 jobs in the 6th congressional district. And what we want to make sure that how those jobs are created is through the local businesses, so that they again can get loans from the banks, so that they can then keep their businesses open and keep people employed. Now, secondly, on top of that is how do you keep people in their home? Well, there's two things that we're doing, and the president is rolling out a session so that so that anybody who is in danger of losing their home because maybe the value of their property is less than what their current mortgage is. And we want to make a difference there. But I want to tell you this as I conclude. Anybody that's in danger of losing their home today, I want to make sure that you call my office. Because what we have on a local basis is those individuals who are in danger of losing their homes. We've got experts coming in, free of charge. Be careful who calls you on the phone or who knocks on your door, because we've got a lot of people running around taking people's money. But if you are in danger of losing your home, we've got experts, lawyers, and financial consultants coming to our office every Wednesday and working with the banks. I call every bank in and said, I want you to sit down and talk to these individuals so that we can mortgage people's homes, keep them in their homes, so that they're not put out on the street. My office is located on 153rd Street, 15301 Jamaica Avenue, on the 2nd floor. 153-01 Jamaica Avenue, on the 2nd floor. Albert has the number. I'll just do it right now. Some of you may have photographic memories, and you can memorize the number. The number is 718-725-6000. 718-725-6000. So let me say this. I am delighted to be here today. In fact, I brought my youngest daughter with me because she set her up, because I wanted her to know how important you are and this community is to me and to this country. She is, she always talks to me about traveling with me to South Asia, because we know that the whole world is a much smaller place, and we've got to get along together and working together to make a difference. And so I say to you that we share this place we call Earth, and together we will make it a better place. Together we will make this country stronger, and by making this country stronger, we make sure that we leave it to our young ones in better shape than we received it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's hear it for the Congressman.